have sex wearing a wig? I've been working in wigs for 15 years, and I've been asked that question way more times than you would think. I am a wiggy, and as such, I possess a secret superpower. I can change anyone's identity in less than a minute. My job as a wiggy was to make and style wigs for a lot of London's biggest West End shows. On any given night, in any given show, there's lots of busy wiggies running around backstage, transforming actors into all types of characters. I remember walking in to the London Palladium wig room and seeing rows and rows of green and blue wigs and thinking, wow, I get to style these for a living. My favorite part of the job were the quick changes. You hide behind a piece of scenery, pin and comb ready, you and the dresser, you're ready to pounce. The lights go out, the music changes, the actress, she's running towards you. The only words I would say is, head up, head up, head up. We had seconds to completely transform her from queen to pauper. The bed is rolling towards the center of the stage. She must jump on it before it reaches the front. No one would be breathing. If we miss the cue, that part of the show is a fail, and we've blown the theatre magic. While at night I was doing all of that in the West End, during the day I ran chemotherapy workshops for chemotherapy clients. I taught them how to wash their wigs, take care of their skin, and how to draw their eyebrows back on. Then in 2019, I left the world of the West End and went full-time into supplying wigs to those suffering from hair loss. And this was when I began to really understand the trauma, the stigma, and the pain around hair loss. Something that had been so fun and creative for me was now part of a lifeline for others. And I have more vivid memories in that job that I was there for 3 years than the 15 years of all of those shows. This one woman came to me, showing me a picture of her with this beautiful, thick, red, wavy hair. She was 30, around the same age as me at the time. And she had an autoimmune condition that had laid dormant her whole life. And suddenly, her hair had pretty much fallen out overnight. And there she was, stood in front of me, asking me to take a stencil of her eyebrows in case they fell out too. Imagine going to bed one night with your full head of hair, and then waking up in the morning and your hair is all over the pillow and the floor. This condition is called alopecia totalis. It's where the body's immune system mistakenly attacks the hair follicles, causing your hair to fall out. We made her this amazing wig. It matched her hair perfectly. Yet, all she fixated on was the wig lace, which is the fabric that sits on your hairline. She would go up close to the mirror and pull it flat and be like, you can see it, it's so obvious. And I can assure you, wigs are so advanced today, no one would have noticed it was there. Only she knew she was wearing the wig. This fixation that I witnessed time and time again with alopecia clients was heartbreaking. Along with the fixation came secrecy. I've met people that have hidden their hair loss from their family, their friends, and more surprisingly, their partners, and I have no idea how they did that. Chemotherapy patients, on the other hand, they were different. They knew their hair would grow back after their treatment. However, a client once said to me, When you're losing your hair, you're losing more than your hair. You're losing your identity, and you're taking on a new one as chemo patient. You aren't just losing your hair, you're losing yourself to cancer. During COVID, I had to do my wig consultations via Zoom. This meant I had to put the wigs on my own head. My clients would cry with laughter seeing me in their wigs. And I felt moments of relief and happiness that I was able to provide them with some relief from fighting the disease. This pressure to look a certain way with a healthy head of hair isn't a new thing. Hair has been a symbol of strength and vitality throughout history. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. King Louis, bald from aging, rumored to have syphilis. He would have looked old and sick, and not the king that we know so well. Look at him. His huge wig. You can see the wealth, the authority, the social status, maybe a little arrogance, all the things you need to rule a kingdom. Cleopatra. She shaved her head and chose to wear a wig. Cleopatra was originally Greek, not Egyptian. The wig gave her power and a way to fit into her kingdom, and it became the iconic look that we all know so well. They both wore wigs to create an image, project power, and take control of their own identity. Wigs aren't just to cover illness or create a disguise. There's a $7 billion wig industry that is proof of how closely our hair is connected to our identity. Wigs are also part of a lot of different cultures. For example, Orthodox Jewish women wear a special type of wig called a sheitel. They wear this to cover their natural hair once they get married. Black women around the world openly and famously wear wigs for all types of reasons. To protect their hair against the elements, to change up their style, and sometimes to fit in. This need to conform makes it easier to understand why hair loss is so difficult to accept. When I first became a wiggy, wigs are about becoming somebody else on the stage. But in real life, wigs help people become themselves again. That's when I realized wigs don't hide who we are, and the stigma isn't about the wig. It's around hair loss and the fear of judgment. And this is the mindset that we need to change. I'm going to leave you with one short story. I have a friend who would spend hours spraying in color, filling in the gaps of his thinning hair. He would obsess and worry that people could see what he was trying to cover up. Then one day, he just chose to accept his situation, and he shaved his head. And he told me he felt liberated, and he didn't think about his hair anymore. Hair loss can be daunting and scary, and maybe inevitable for some of us. But regardless of your situation, I encourage you to go and have fun with wigs. And know it's okay to wear one. So, how do you have sex wearing a wig? The same way you live with a wig. Joyfully, freely, and without fear. Thank you.